Billboard reports. Secretly recorded phone call offers window into how Live Nation helped Metallica and other artists place tickets directly on resale markets. This is just out. There's a lot to unpack here, but basically, it's it's looking like there's a scheme here to basically um, gouge fans for more money by using secondary markets. Dig in here. In February 2017, days before Metallica announced its worldwide North America Stadium Tour, Live Nation president of U.S. Concerts Bob Rox spoke by phone with a little known wealth advisor turned event promoter who had been tasked by an associate of the band to sell 88,000 tickets directly on resale sites like StubHub without giving fans a chance to buy them through normal channels at face value. Ticketmaster will not do it, Rox can be heard saying on the 11-minute call that Billboard reviewed in full, explaining that the plan to put the tickets on sites billed for resellers had to be concealed. He suggested that either a Live Nation employee or a venue box office basically take these and sell them into a singular account. The way tickets are typically allocated to fan clubs or sponsors. Once the tickets were placed there, they would be listed and sold on secondary market sites. When this happens, 4,600 tickets into a single account, said Rox on the call. There may be some eyebrows that get raised. The conversation resurfaced after other executives on the line, Vaughn Millett, now chairman CEO of Outback Presents, sent a recording of it to Live Nation executives and board members in a June 27th email to alert them of information he had collected while working with the company as a business partner. Billboard obtained the email from a source close to Live Nation. Millett recorded the call between New York and Rox's Houston office line without Rox's knowledge, sources say, and has been building his own promotion business now, competing with Live Nation for clients. So as you can see, there's some muddied waters in all this, but phone call still seems to be the phone call. The recording, which would have been legal to make without one party's consent under both New York and Texas state laws, offers an unprecedented view into how thousands of concert tickets for major tours have been sold first on the secondary market, where resellers can make markup prices without being offered to the public at face value. It also shows the extent to which the rise of online ticket sites has put pressure on artists and promoters to capture more of the profits resellers making, and how Live Nation is uniquely positioned to help solve the problem as the owner of the world's biggest ticketing platform that even its rivals. Now, the difficulty of finding tickets at face value was the subject of a letter sent by Senators Jerry Moran, Republican of Kansas, and Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, in 2018 to Ticketmaster president Jared Smith. Smith wrote back that Ticketmaster does not have and has never had any product or program that allows ticket scalpers or anyone else to buy tickets ahead of fans. Now, I know from years of dealing with Ticketmaster in multiple different ways and stages that they have always been against ticket scalping and have taken measures throughout history to try to prevent these things, but they can only do so much as a ticket seller. Although the U.S. government does not regulate ticket sales, the Federal Trade Commissions Act prohibits unfair or deceptive acts affecting commerce. The Department of Justice Antitrust Division monitors competition and ticketing and is tasked with enforcing a 2010 consent decree following Live Nation's merger with Ticketmaster that bans the company from retaliating against venues and promoters for not using its software. But in rare acknowledgement of an industry tactics little known to the public, Live Nation now tells Billboard that the company has facilitated the quiet transfer of concert tickets directly into the hands of resellers through the years, though only at the request of the artists involved, who control where the tickets are initially sold. So the plot thickens. Between 2016 and 2017, about a dozen artists out of the thousands we work with asked us to do this, the company said in a statement to Billboard. The secondary market has always frustrated managers and artists who try to keep ticket prices low for fans, only to see them purchased and marked up by brokers, sometimes to double or triple face value. We've all seen these things happen with different artists and things. While sports teams like the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Dodgers have begun to work with brokers and even list tickets directly on secondary market, music acts have been reluctant to openly scalp their own tickets. As one independent promoter explained to Billboard, and they face an internet speed version of an age-old conundrum. Offer cheap tickets that invite scalpers to profit, or hike prices and risk appearing greedy. Now, this is interesting too, because this also comes on the heels of they're having some problems with this in the gaming community with companies that can resell gaming keys and things like that, which directly hits the developers and the makers and publishers of these games. It's a direct jab where they shouldn't. Some of these keys aren't even supposed to be sold. But it's very interesting how these two things are happening almost at the same time. Live Nation told Billboard that artists rarely seek its help to sell their own tickets on the secondary market anymore, suggesting how fast the business is evolving as artists test its new tools to capture some of the profits that were going to resellers. Since then, requests like these have declined virtually to zero as tools like dynamic pricing, platinum seats, and VIP packages have proven to be more effective at recapturing value previously lost to the secondary market. The company said it It's now standard practice is to use Ticketmaster, Platinum VIP, and other tools to help tours price closer to true market value. But noted, in this situation, a consultant for the band opted to use the secondary market to try to capture that value. So they went directly to get a piece of marking up on these tickets. A plan that would potentially have benefited Live Nation as well. The consultant was Tony Kisio, an insider with Metallica, who worked with the group as a ticketing consultant. The band's publicist told Billboard. Live Nation said it does not distribute tickets on any platform without an artist's explicit approval, though some artists delegate such decisions to their managers or agents. But representatives for Metallica told Billboard in June that the band members themselves were not aware at the time that the PCO had made a deal with Millet and Live Nation. Metallica's longtime managers are Q Prime, co-founders of Cliff Bernstein and Peter Mensch. But those who have worked with the band said Kisio, a former Q Prime manager, is family to Metallica, and a publicist for the band told Billboard that Kisio is still employed directly by the group. If there's 5 seats on the jet flying home, it's the band and Tony, says the source who has worked with Kisio. So, as you can see, this is a sticky situation because it seems like they're already kind of setting themselves up to be able to pass the buck, but at the same time, it's he does everything in our best interest type of situation. So, Live Nation CEO Michael Rapino won the bid to promote Metallica's 2017 North American tour by offering the band 95% of the gross revenue, the source tells Billboard, hammering out the deal by phone over Christmas 2016. Another source recalls to beat rival EAG's bid. It was a coup for the Rapino, given that Metallica had worked for years with independent promoters such as Frank Productions. Afterward, Rocks entered separate discussions with Kisio about the straight to resale deal for the North American market. The type of decision Rocks has the authority to make without seeking Rapino's approval on a particular deal. Sources said such arrangements may be legal but are rarely discussed openly. Given concerns about how fans will perceive them, touring executives tell Billboard music stars face far more scrutiny over the prices of their seats than do sports teams or airlines because of the emotional connection they spark with their fans. This is very true. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to dig into here, and we will certainly be digging into it. I wanted to show this to you guys. Wow. This is obviously not too good looking for Metallica, who have already kind of put a bad taste in some people's mouths over the whole Napster thing, which, look, history kind of made them right in the long run, but it still didn't help their their look. And this seems to be another sticky situation that fans are probably going to be a little critical about. So we'll keep you posted, and I hope you found this informative. If you did, comment, like, subscribe. We got plenty more cool vids and stuff to check out, and we'll be back with more info. Have a great day.